Okay, and away we go. Very cold day today. Let's get on this, shall we? Let's have a look. We're over $3. We're testing the VWAP with ASPI, ASP Isotopes. Got a good catalyst today. Trading the Nasdaq and NYSE. Hey Alexa. Trading the US stock market. Live day trading. We took a trade with ONCS as it popped up here. Initial pullback, and we got in. We managed to get, well, there's a 20-cent move there. We got a little, about 10 cents of that 20-cent move. And it pulled back and all the way down to 290. So this needs to move back up again above the VWAP. Which is about ASP Isotopes. I need to see this above the VWAP. It's testing the VWAP right now, but need to see it above the VWAP. Bili had good earnings today. No volume at the moment, so we'll wait for volume to come in. And that's pretty much it at the moment. Nothing else really to write home about. I mean, we've got Cala, I suppose, but again, good catalyst, but just not enough volume, and it's retraced most of its gains. So if you look at Cala on the 15, huge move up, and then it's just retraced most of its gains. So it started off, what, 560s, now it's 590s. So this is the 8 o'clock scrum, algorithmic trading. We always get it spikes up and down, particularly when you've got a high liquidity stock like the SPY, for example, which is an ETF. Huge spikes, and this suggests that it went down to low 960, 62 or whatever, but it didn't. Price action was never that low. There's a 96.62, but it never went that low. That's just algorithmic trading. We're looking for something to trade. So AMC making a little bit of a move on very low volume, which is a suggestion that, well, that's not really done anything. That's just the algorithmic spikes showing it. There's a bit of a quiet day at the moment. So we'll see what the day brings. It was very quiet yesterday up until the open, and then we got green, got over goal, and gave it all back. And I finished a little over 7,000 in the red yesterday. So the red day, my own fault. I got greedy. I should have left it. I should have walked away when I was over goal. My own fault. Greed is your worst enemy as a trader. But that being said, we're still over goal on the month. Hey Dave. Good to see you, buddy. Not seen anything from AMC for a while. Let's have a look at Shopify, because that moved up pre-market and sold off hard at the open yesterday. Hey CRH, how are you doing? The largest construction company in the world, CRH, if you didn't know. And they're based in Ireland, HQ in Ireland. All over the world, obviously. So Shopify, trying to make a move back up. Over 39 could be interesting. 38.80s right now. We'll see. What's Baba doing? Sideways. It gapped up quite a bit as well. If you look at this in the 5 minute, you can see that Alibaba gapped up substantially to $80, and then it's just moving sideways at the moment. It's like a $4 gap up, more than. and just sideways, not really doing anything, just ranging sideways right now. But that $4 is a huge gap up. It's not. Well, let's see if I can't fix that whilst we're on stream here. Stream quality, hotkeys, video quality. No, audio bit rate. Advanced settings. Let's have a quick look. No latency. Well, I'm just going to blame TikTok. The audio. It's TikTok Studio, so there shouldn't be any difference in the audio. It's the same. It's the same microphone that that people are getting on YouTube. I've not had any complaints about the audio on YouTube. Lexter, is the audio okay on YouTube, or is it poor quality? I'm actually not, Alistair, funnily enough. So yesterday, as well, Alistair's asking how I was, because yesterday I had a bit of an upset stomach. Finished the live stream, took the dog for a walk. Whilst I was out with the dog, I got the old stomach growling, and then it turns out I had a bit of an upset stomach, and spent most of the afternoon trips between my bedroom and the bathroom. Really knocked me off. So well, it's same to near on TikTok, but YouTube's all the same. So it's YouTube Studio. It's clearly YouTube Studio. So I'll see if I can play around with the settings on YouTube Studio. So not YouTube Studio, it's TikTok Studio. I'll play around with the settings on TikTok Studio and see if there's anything I can do for that. It doesn't seem like there is. I'll just turn the. Let's see if that helps anything. Doesn't seem like it will do, but let's see. You let me know if it sounds better now. I've just lowered some of the settings. It will be. I'll be a lot thinner if I keep going to the toilet the way I was yesterday and a little bit this morning. I can have a look at Bili. I certainly can. Baidu, whatever you want to call it. Baidu. So Baidu is up at $100, just over $100, $100.20. Not a great deal of volume at the moment. Not a lot of people trading it, but it's like a lot of these Chinese stocks. It's gapped up. I'm not. Let me just see if I can find a catalyst as to why these Chinese stocks are moving up. So yin is the ETF. That should have the news, because if I look at I mean, Bili moved up with earnings, which is understandable, but then you've got Lee Motors, you've got JD, you've got Alibaba, all of these. Well, it's the same equipment. It's just TikTok did an update over the last week or so. So maybe I should put in a audio settings. Let's see. Just noise suppression. Let me have a look. I'll put 50% noise suppression on there. I'll put it 40%. Okay, now let me know if that's working better. Does that sound at all better, or is it no change? You tell me. I've just put some noise suppression on there. No, I'm not seeing any Chinese news on the Chinese market. Any news that could make any difference? Let's look at some of these, because a lot of they've all kind of had the same move up. If I look at the five, I mean, this is not, there's just no, this is a similar pattern to Alibaba. So we've got Alibaba, JD, Pinduoduo, etc., etc. All of these are moving up today. Right, okay, this is down to, so the gains came amid the Chinese health officials holding a COVID-19 briefing on Tuesday, where they pledged to ease restrictions so that people's lives are not impacted. Okay, so in a briefing held in Beijing, officials of the National Health Commission said that lockdowns to contain the spread of COVID-19 will be lifted as soon as possible. That's why these Chinese stocks are rallying today. No, it's actually not. The mic is exactly the same as the audio advanced settings. Let me just double check. Microphone. Right, let's try this one. That better? I should. I don't know. That's the USB audio device. Oh, it's a Trust audio. No, that's not it. Right the first time. Okay, there we go. Let me know if that helps. There you go. Takes a while. That's bloody YouTube Studio. I'm settling about with all my settings when it does an update. Annoying. Not YouTube Studio. I keep saying YouTube Studio. It's okay. Let's get back to the. So YouTube audio is fine. I don't have to. It's just on the TikTok Studio that's it's up with the rest of the Chinese stocks. And to be fair, I mean, Bidu's, $99. I'd rather trade Bili or Alibaba. They're just more reliable in the movement, so and they get more volume. But that's just me. I mean, Bili is up here. This is. Did you see the change in the chart there? Because it looks pretty much exactly identical. So that's Bili, and that's Bidu. It's pretty much the same chart. Let's have a look on the 1 minute. Probably a little bit different. Yeah, Bili's looking stronger, but it's a lot cheaper. It sounded a lot better if it wasn't my voice though, eh, Alistair? More afternoon, Phil. Afternoon, Jim. What's wrong with your dash trader? It's better. I've lost a bit of weight, not that you'd notice. So all my watch straps are a little bit loose, so I'm having to. People only tune in for the wiggerness and the chow snoring, Alistair. You should know that by now. It's not like anybody tuning into this channel is interested in the stock market or day trading or anything. It's not like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Xinyan Group says it's completed and delivered 6 projects in 6 cities in China during Q3. Okay, that's what do I think of Apple? It depends on the context. If you're talking about the Apple iPhone, I'm like, I'd rather have a Samsung. I'd rather have I'll stick to my Samsung. Can't stand the iPhone. If you're talking about iPad, then I think it's probably the best tablet there is going. iOS it's subjective, of course. I'm assuming that if you're talking about Apple TV, I'll just carry on with my IPTV stream that I've got because I get all the same things that you can on Apple TV. But I'm assuming that you're talking about Apple as a company, given that we're in on a trading channel. Apple as a company, in long term, they're going to be fine. Let's have a look at the Apple chart right now. So long term, they're a decent investment, but they're just like the rest of the stock market, just like the rest of the S&P 500. It's been beat up over the last year simply because, well, fair market. But in the long term, they're going to be fine. They're gapping down slightly. Oh, they're gapping up slightly today. Apple. On 15, so gapped up slightly, it's pulling back a little bit, but this is exactly pretty much the same pattern as the SPY, the S&P 500. So this is Apple, watch the change. This is Apple, this is the SPY. So it's pretty much the same pattern, the same chart almost. Prices are not much difference either. So yeah. So this is the SPY, and this is Apple. It's just following the market. So long term, I think they're a decent long term bet. It's not financial advice. Do your own due diligence from a fundamental point of view. I mean, the balance sheet's good. The earnings are they're not too bad. They're impacted by the whole Chinese situation, of course. They're impacted with the chip shortage and supply issues that they've had of late. But in the long term, Apple are going to be fine. And right now, there's a whole bunch of stocks that I say that are very extended to the downside and are good buys. Apple's one of them, Amazon another, Nvidia. There's a whole bunch of traditional S&P 500 stocks that I still believe right now is a good time to buy, because if we've not hit the bottom, if we've not reached the bottom, if we didn't reach the bottom there back in October on these stocks on the market, then we're not far off the bottom. I don't think we're going to go too much further down. So now's a good time to buy at a discount, because it might take a couple of years, it might take 3 to 5 years before we're at all-time highs again and breaking them, but sure as eggs is eggs, we will get back to those all-time highs. That's what happens, that's how the market works. Morning, J-Spec. What happens if you... So we're talking about a zero-sum market, J-Spec. So the question is, what does it mean when you get a partial fill? So if you look at the time and sales ticker, now if I wanted to take, let's say 5,000 shares of what are we looking at here? Encore Sec. If I wanted to take 5,000 shares, it's going to cost me approximately $15,000 to buy 5,000 shares. However, I might only get a partial fill if I'm saying I'll take 5,000 shares at $3, because there might not be enough sellers at $3 to fill my 5,000 shares. So there might only be enough sellers selling 2,000 shares, so I'll get a partial fill to 2,000, and then it'll move up to the next level where I will get, if depending on what limit I'm using, if the next level is higher than my limit, the next seller is actually selling at a price that I'm not prepared to buy based on my limit order, then I won't get filled. So that's the whole point of a partial fill, is when you've got a limit. If a market orders, you very rarely get a partial fill. A market order, it'll just keep filling you at the next level, and then the next level, and the next level until you get filled. But there has to be, it's a zero-sum market. There has to be enough buyers to satisfy the sellers, and there has to be enough sellers to satisfy the buyers, and that's when you get a partial fill J-spec. If you get a partial fill, it means that your limit orders, the shelf that you're in, so you might have a 10-cent window to fill your order, and if there's not enough shares being sold for you to buy within that window, you'll only get a partial fill. And likewise, if you're selling and there's not enough buyers within that window, if it's a low liquid stock, then if there's not enough buyers within that window, you'll only get a partial fill. So basically, you get a partial fill when the liquidity is low and there's not enough people on the other side of the transaction, or there's not enough shares on the other transaction, on the side of the transaction, for you to fill your order. Liquidity rather than volume, because it doesn't take a lot of volume to get your it doesn't take huge amount of volume for you to get your fill. It just means that there's not enough liquid, there's not enough people at that level. There might be a huge amount of volume, but not at that particular level. So it's you get a partial fill, or maybe there's more people selling at that level than there is people buying, or vice versa. And you're one of the unlucky ones that just doesn't get filled. It's a kind of first come first served basis. She is snoring again. So if you're wondering what that noise is, it's the dog snoring. Well, it's not the brokers that are filling you, it's the market makers. So depending on which route that you're sending it through. So some brokers, will act as an intermediary, J-spec. Some brokers will act as an intermediary, and they will put it through whichever market maker gives them the best kickback. So that's called payment for order flow. Okay, it's illegal in some European states, so depending on where you're based, you may not come across that issue. But sometimes the brokers will act as that intermediary, so that's why you don't get that quick fill as well. It takes a little while to get filled, which is why direct market access software, you've got a software that gives you a platform that gives you direct market access, direct access to the market makers. You usually get quicker fills and quicker execution. That's not always the case. So you might use smart routing. Very often I'll use smart routing. So it will, if there's one market maker doesn't have enough shares, they will route it to another market maker to fill you. So you'll end up, and we're talking microseconds. Fractions of a second to actually get to get your fill, but the price action has to be within your window. So if you've set let's say you've set I want to buy at the ask plus 10 cents. If it moves out of that window, so the ask it's the ask when it hits that number. So I want to buy it at the ask plus 10 cents when it hits $3. So at $3 plus 10 cents, it might be whatever. So it's $3.10. If the price of action's gone up to $3.20 already, you're not going to get filled. Simple. No, I don't. Absolutely not, Ed, because that's fundamentals. If earnings per share is about fundamentals, it's more important if you're talking about long-term investment in a company. If you're talking about investing for your retirement and your holding, earnings per share is very important, because you want to know how much is this going to be worth to me incrementally. How much am I going to get paid? Because if I'm talking about my retirement fund, the earnings per share, which is the dividends, the earnings per share, the earnings that you can get from that, the earnings per share is how much it's worth to you, how much your portion of the company is worth to you. So I wouldn't take into account earnings per share unless I'm looking at the fundamentals for a longer term trade, a longer term investment. Day trading fundamentals are, quite frankly, not very relevant. There are a couple of fundamentals that you need to look at when you're day trading. That's the float size, percentage of the float size short, because that's always important. The catalyst, why it's moving, and the volume, the average volume, how much it trades on a regular basis compared to where it is now. So relative volume. These are all incremental or intraday information, because you're not looking to hold this long term. So earnings per share it doesn't really matter. The majority of companies that I'm day trading, they're not posting any earnings per share. They're posting losses per share. They're not making any money. So if I took EPS as an indicator before taking a trade, I probably wouldn't take any trades. I'd stick to the mid and high caps. They're actually making profits, because the majority of these small cap companies are just they're actually making losses. Actually garbage companies, if truth be known. A lot of these companies are just they're not worth investing long term. Cosmos is still moving up. It's gapping up again today. It's up at 75 cents right now. You like these penny stocks? Cosmos has been very bullish this last week and a bit. It's continued to move up. It's testing that, getting very close to that $1 level up here. It went up to 89 cents nearly. Float, short interest, market catalyst or newsworthy catalyst, obviously the price itself, the intraday change. So intraday change, what was the closing price yesterday? What's it trading at today? That's your intraday change. Then you look at volume, how many shares have been traded, what's the average volume or relative to that. So let's take a look at this. So right now you can see here that Apen's an acquisition, so you don't need to worry about it. But ASP Isotopes here, okay? So this is ASP Isotopes. It's currently trading just under $3, $2.90. It's up 25%. So that's the intraday change. So it's up 25% based on yesterday's closing price. There's 2.1 million shares traded already in this session. So the out of hours session, 2.1 million shares traded. It normally trades 380,000. So already it's like nearly 7x. So it's got a relative volume of 7. My stomach's still off. Taking some Imodium, which has eased it a bit, but you may see me rushing to the bathroom at some stage today. So Autonomy is a literal penny stock. We're talking 13 cents. It is popping up. It doesn't hit my scanners because I don't trade at this level. But fill your boots. Score predictions for tonight. I think you'll probably see 2-0 to England. I can't see Wales getting up for it because they're gone. There's no, for all intents and purposes, they're gone. They're not going to beat England by 4 goals. It's just not going to happen. So they know they're out. It's just a formality now, and the best that they can hope for, I think, is a draw. So I think 2-0 to England. But then again, I thought they beat USA by 2 goals as well. So I thought it was going to be 3-1 to England against the US, but they played like absolute torch. It depends. The England team, the England squad has some of the best players it's ever had. So it's probably the best squad it's ever had since they actually won the World Cup. But you've got a PE teacher in charge that doesn't really know how to get the best out of them, or set them up to get the best out of the best players, or put the best players on the pitch at any one time. So yeah. That's what you do when you put a PE teacher in charge. I mean, he wasn't even a great defender. When you think about it, he got into the England setup and was made to look better than he was playing alongside Tony Adams. He got into the Aston Villa and subsequently Middlesbrough setup and was made to look better than he actually was, playing alongside Hugo Ehiogu. And Hugo Ehiogu was one of the most underrated defenders in Premier League history for me. Hugo Ehiogu was fantastic. So the percentage change is an indicator of volatility, so the move that you're getting, but the volume is how many people are trading it. So I don't prioritize one over the other. I need volatility and I need volume. One without the other is useless to me. If you've got something that moves up without volume, you get a good percentage change, but no volume to cause it. There's no trade. Likewise, you might get something moving sideways with lots of volume or huge relative volume, but no real range to take advantage of. So you need both volatility and volume, CRH. It's not prioritized one over the other. It's you need both. Wilson needs to play Foden and Wilson. I don't think so. Foden, yes. I wouldn't have Callum Wilson in the starting 11. Well, we don't shell on this channel unless it's me doing the shelling. So bye. You want to sell something? Start your own channel. This is my channel. I'm the only one that sells stuff on this channel. Well, it's just one of the side topics that we're getting. You know, we're getting involved with occasionally, Alistair. Football and music on this channel, and then occasionally we'll have a stock market conversation, or even an animal pet conversation from time to time. So this is actually, I should rename this as Chow Chow Trading. It shouldn't be day trade with Tony. It should be Chow Chow Trading. How do you know if a stock will barcode? Well, basically, it starts to barcode when the range is extremely small. When usually it's when the price action, there's no volatility based. So regardless of regardless of the actual price, usually when there's an acquisition, it's kind of capped at a certain price. It'll end up barcode, it'll gap up and it'll barcode or gap down or whatever. And it's usually when there's not a lot of appetite to move the price in a particular direction. That's when it barcodes. Yeah, there you go. Thomas Tuchel? I don't think so. Can't have a German in charge of the Swiss, which is fine. An Italian, even if it happened, you can't have a German in charge of the English national team. Could you imagine the furore with the far right and the white supremacists and everything else, and the people that turn up with their St. George bloody armour and stuff on? If a German was in charge of the England team, that actually they should appoint Tuchel just for the comedic factor. That would that would be interesting. Yeah, I can see that on the scanner. It's not great volume, but it is moving up. So UPXI currently 15% up on the day. It's not. It needs to make new highs. Have a quick look. Is there a news catalyst dropped on this? Pepsi's toy brand Titan Tiles to launch 2,000 Walmart stores in January. That's a bit late. You want to be launching pre-Christmas for toys? So that's just dropped at the bottom of the hour. That's the news. So this could be interesting. What's the float on this? 11.5 million in the float. It's struggling to get over $5, that $5 area. Yeah, I'm sure they're devastated, Alistair. I'm sure they're absolutely devastated. What's just happening there? This is always something. So we could have potentially got a nice little pop there for, as it pulled back and then we move back up again here. Getting at 465, you've got a good 20-cent move there, possibly even 30-cent move. But it's pulling back way too far, retracing now, so. And this is the problem that we've had for probably the last 2 months, is we get the initial move up, the catalyst move up, but it doesn't sustain, there's no continuation. Yeah, it's a key psychological. So the quarter, half, and whole dollars are all very key psychological levels, but then you've got to intersperse that with the 5, 10, and the $5 and $10 values, which are very key levels. And then as you get into larger price stocks, 25 and 50 also becomes key levels as well. 25, 50, 7,500, that kind of thing. So you think about the round numbers, then it becomes very psychological for a lot of retail traders, and that's why it becomes they become key levels. You're always welcome, Alistair, you know that. Dodgy banter or not, everybody's welcome unless they're actually trying to spout nonsense and be a troll. If it's friendly banter, it's always welcome. If you're going to be a troll, then you just get blocked. Simple. Did look at Cala earlier, but it's again that's retraced all the way, so that's not happening. You're annoying me. Right, we're a little bit short of things to trade. I mean, things move up, but they're just, like I said, they're not sustaining. You're not getting the continuation, and this has been like this for a while. We only need that one stock. We only need one stock for that to change. And usually we'll get that one stock in that first half an hour of the market. So sometimes it's best just to get in, get green, get over goal, and get out, which is what I should have done yesterday. No, I did it the long way around, CRH. I taught myself how to trade, and I lost a sizable amount of money to start off with, which was my tuition. It's paid me back in well, multiples. So I'm not too worried about the money they lost in the first instance. It has paid me back, but I don't recommend starting day trading with a live account. Simple as. If you're going to use a live account to day trade, make sure you've spent some time in a simulator first, and that you're showing consistent levels of profitability before you put real money on the line. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. Do as I tell you. And don't trade with a live account until you've shown consistent levels of profitability in a simulator. That way, it's like any other profession. It's like any other skilled profession. If you're a plasterer, you don't walk into a job the first day and start plastering a wall with a trowel and plaster or whatever, and expect it to be great. It just won't happen. You're going to have to spend time, and they'll give you a dodgy wall to plaster under the kitchen sink or something to practice on. You're going to have a lot of practice. You're going to have to hone your skills. It's not easy. I can make it look easy, but I can also make it look difficult. It's not an easy profession. It really isn't. You can pick it up. You can learn it. Anybody can learn it, but you've got to be disciplined enough to stick to the strategy. You've got to be disciplined enough not to succumb to your emotions like FOMO, greed, and fear, for that matter. That's exactly right. What changed to make me profitable? I would say probably 5 things. First one is I started documenting my trades and reviewing my trades. So that was a big thing. Just taking trades and then moving on and having a bad day, or taking trades and having a good day and not understanding why. Either way, you're not going to become any better. So if you've had a really good day, you need to know why. Was it luck, or did you do something right that you can replicate? If you had a bad day, was it bad luck, or did you do something wrong that you can replicate? What I found out, and I believe to start off with, I was just being unlucky on the markets. What I found out when I started analysing my winning days, my losing days, is it's not about luck. It's the certain patterns that are taking place that you can eradicate from your trading. So documenting trade, that was the first one, and documenting and reviewing my trades. The second one was studying and learning more about the market, learning more about price action, charting, support resistance, learning more about trading in general. So actually spending some time to study rather than just jumping in feet first and expecting to be able to do it. So that was another thing, and I spent quite a bit of time and read some books and yada yada. Third one is managing risk. Without managing risk, you're just gambling. So absolutely manage your risk. Fourth one was having a strategy to trade against, and sticking to that strategy. Most people that get into the markets, they don't have a strategy, they don't manage the risk, and those are the 2 of the main reasons they lose money consistently. And probably the most important one is practice. It took a while for me to get profitable, but in that time, it was all, I was not leaving the house, so I practiced. When I blew up my account, I carried on trading in a simulator. If I wasn't profitable in the simulator, I wasn't going to put more money in. So I'd have a couple of consistent weeks in the simulator, and whilst I was waiting for my brokerage money to get back into my brokerage, reloading my account, and that practice. So you've got to practice. And if you don't practice, how are you going to get better? It's the same as anything. I'm okay, Farron. I was a little bit sick yesterday. I didn't take any more trades after the stream yesterday, Pat. So I finished 7k down. That was how I finished. Well, Jay Spec, you say you either lose time or lose money before you become successful at anything. More often than not, you lose both. Time and experience is definitely the so ASPI. No, it's not got momentum now. It had momentum when it tried to break the. We got a bit of volume came in it when it tried to break the VWAP here, but there's no momentum right now. It's still sideways. It needs to get over the VWAP and hold. I thought it might do it here, but no, it's got to hold over $3. No problem at all, CRH. That's what it's for. I'm actually not, Pat, at the moment. I've got a dodgy stomach at the moment. So yesterday, took the dog for a walk. So if you're wondering why there was no power hour stream yesterday, it's because if I wasn't in bed, I was on the throne. I had a stomach upset. I don't know what I've eaten or whether it's just a stomach bug I've picked up or whatever it is, but I'm just a little bit unwell. And I'm sat down here, so I'm a little bit lethargic as well. So I spent a lot of yesterday in bed. I was watching the TV from my bed, watching the football. But to be fair, I didn't actually take much of it. I had the TV on to the football channel, and I just didn't take much of it in. I was just zoned out. I was either snoozing or my stomach was growling or whatever. So I just wasn't feeling it yesterday. I'm a lot better today. I feel better today, but I've taken some medicine already, so we'll see how that works. I can still feel my stomach's not right, but we'll find out. I think you were right the first time, CRH. It's a live stream. Learn how to have a better life on this live stream. There you go. That's why it's called a live stream. So what time is it? We've got 45 minutes to the bell. We're just under 45 minutes to the bell. And I can feel on my neck that I've got a temperature. So I don't think it's food poisoning. I've not eaten anything to give myself. Paper trading is boring because you've not got the emotions, and yeah, absolutely. But then again, trading should be boring. If you're getting into trading for the thrill of it, get yourself off to Las Vegas and play cards or craps or on the roulette. You'll have the thrill, seriously, but the result will be the same. You'll lose money. If you're getting into trading for the thrill of it, you're going to lose money. Trading should be boring. Yesterday, I knew I was trading too big with whatever it was I was trading in the end yesterday. I made the gains. I was 10k up on that one ticker, and then I gave away 15k because I was trading too big, and I knew I was trading too big because I could feel it. I could feel my emotions in the trade. And if your emotions are in the trade, if you've got the adrenaline rush, if you've got your heart pumping, you're trading too big. Trading should be boring. You should be looking at this as like your 9 to 5. Oh, do I have to go and trade today? Well, it's only for an hour. You know, it's boring. And if you're trading and it's boring, that you basically, all you're doing is you're logging in, you're making a bit of money, it's changing your life. The rest of your life can be exciting. The trading shouldn't be exciting. If you find it exciting, you're trading too big. Well, this is the problem. This is the problem. Is patience. I've never been a big person when it comes to patience. And patience, the people who are really profitable as traders, are extremely patient. They will only, they might take one trade a day. They'll take one trade, they'll wait for that trade, they'll wait all day if they have to. They'll sit on the hands and they'll wait for that one trade to set up, and they'll take the trade and they'll get in, get the money, get out, walk away, done. That's how it's supposed to be done. Me, I'm a little bit more impatient, and quite frankly, I'm a degenerate. So I enjoy trading. I enjoy the thrill of trying to outperform the market. And to be fair, I'm doing a good job of it. I am outperforming the market, but that's not how I recommend you trade. I'm a lot more aggressive than most people should be. I'm a lot more aggressive than I tell people they should be. So as I say, don't copy me. Don't try and trade like me. My results are not typical. I am more aggressive than I recommend anyone being. If somebody came on one of my, commented on one of my YouTube videos a couple of weeks, don't trade like this guy, he's a gunslinger. He's absolutely right. Don't trade like me. I can teach you how to trade properly, but don't trade like me, because that description, a gunslinger, is exactly right. I'm in, I'm out, I'm looking for the quick action. I don't care about fundamentals. I don't care about how profitable or if it's a good company or a bad company. I just want momentum on a stock. I want to chase it, grab that momentum, make some money, and get out, get away. It's fine. That kind of trading is not for everybody. You have to be quick. You have to be, or relatively quick. If you look at some of them, there's a couple of other traders that are on the YouTube and various other platforms that scalpers. They don't get, they're not in the trade longer than a minute. They're in and out. At least I hold my trades a little bit longer. I'm looking to maximize my gain, and maybe that's part of the reason in the current market why it's been so choppy and difficult for me. Bili up at 14s. It's just reached 14.15 again, which is where it reached before. So that's the current high of days, 14.15. That's where it's finding rejection, finding resistance at 14.15. Needs to get over 14.20 really. Be a sniper. I don't know about waiting for the deer to shoot. You might offend some snowflake vegan types with that analogy. No, Forex, absolutely not. Forex is a mug's game, in my opinion. If you want to trade Forex, by all means, go and trade Forex, but it's a mug's game. Very, very few people can be profitable trading Forex. And you have to have a big account to make. You've got to be satisfied with making very small gains on a very large account if you're going to be profitable trading Forex. It's high risk as well, because you're taking huge leverage. You're putting huge amounts of collateral into a position just to make a small incremental gain, and you've got to be quick. Handling stress is again, that comes with practice first and foremost, but I've been in much more stressful situations. When you're coming up to the end of the quarter, you're a VP of sales and you're coming up to the end of the quarter and your current team is performing at 60% of goal, and you're in the last week of the quarter. That's stressful. Trading on camera in front of a couple of hundred people with money that, quite frankly, isn't going to impact your if you lose or gain it, it's not going to impact your life until you withdraw at the end of the month. That's not stress. The stress you get put under in a corporate job for a fraction of the reward, now that's stress. Which is why I always took a holiday after the end of each quarter in my last job. Predictions for tonight's game. We've just gone over that. I said 2-0 to England. I can't see Wales doing much. Uncle Sec is back over $3. I've got ASPI is sideways around 290. Bili, JD selling off. Alibaba selling off underneath the below the VWAP. So Bili had earnings today. Decent earnings, by the way. Good earnings. Novavax. Yeah. Ish. 78 million in the float. It's just the volume is there's no volume here. It's a problem. I mean, I like the move, but there's no volume, so I can't trade it. It's not going to be reliable enough to trade unless we get some volume coming. One decent volume candle. I mean, the rest are like 10,000, less than 10,000 shares a minute. So it's just not reliable, and it's not got the moves are not going to be reliable enough. Well, I think it depends on how Southgate sets the team up. I've heard that he's going to take Jude Bellingham out and put Henderson in, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Take out your best attacking midfielder, Jude Bellingham, and put. And no disrespect to Henderson, I think he's a great player, an underrated player. I'm a Liverpool fan, for crying out loud, but he's not Jude Bellingham. So if he starts Henderson instead of Bellingham, Henderson instead of Rice, I could understand. I still think Rice is a better player, but Henderson instead of Rice, I can understand. Henderson instead of Bellingham, no. No, it's two different types of trader. People who are trading OTIC is those penny stocks are not going to be the same people trading Novavax. Of course, it's going to be a defensive, boring game. That sounds ultimately Southgate's central defender. That's what he knows. That's all he knows. Uncle Sec's moved up already today. I've traded it today. First thing. It's down below the VWAP now. It needs to hold $3. If it doesn't hold $3, it's done. But there's no particular catalyst for this either, so I don't know why it pumped. I mean, it's up on the day, granted. Currently 20% up on the day on cassette. It did move up. It went over $4. There's no reason why, with a bit of volume, it can't get back over $4. But I'm not going to hold my breath. It's based on the pattern right now. If I'm going to trade, so what I want to be looking at. So again, people saying what you're looking for. I want something that's going to be over the VWAP. It's upwards trending. The trend is your friend is a saying in trading circles. So trend is your friend. So if you can, you trade with the longer term trend. Now I'm not really bothered about the longer term trend. I'm looking for the intraday trend. So because I'm not holding it longer than intraday. I'm looking for what's the current intraday trend, and if it's below the VWAP, it's downwards. So realistically, if I'm going to trade OncoSec right now, it's going to be to the short side. Only that's not going to be easy because it's on short sale restriction. So ideally, if I'm going to trade OncoSec, I want it to move back up above the VWAP and then exhibit that upwards trend again. I'd say 330 right now. Simply because the VWAP, currently VWAP is 328, so I'd want it above the VWAP. I want it to break above the VWAP, maybe pull back, test it as support, and then move up and break highs, and then get in. Good morning, 007. I didn't take any more trades after finishing yesterday, so I finished just over 7,000 red day yesterday, which is, you know, I've got to kick myself a little bit and slap myself for being so greedy, because I was over goal and gave it back and then some, but I gave quite considerable amount back, so I managed to get back down to it's 7,000 red. Well, you all saw it happen, 7,000 red, and that's where we finished. I was a little bit sick yesterday, so I didn't trade anymore after that. Now we've got half an hour, just over half an hour left before the bell. We might get some news drop. Hopefully we'll get some news drops at the top of the hour, and that will send something rocketing that we can take advantage of. Short sell restriction is not sell restriction, Chase Bet. They dump so hard because people are taking profits. You get a lot of big people. A lot of people will load up the bags at the front end of the move, and then as soon as it starts to pull back, they'll yeah, absolutely. Let's look at the daily for a second. So you'll see this long-term daily trend. It's not a good company, and I keep saying this. The majority of the stocks that I trade on a daily basis, intraday, they're not good companies. You don't want to be holding them long-term. But on a day like last week, you see these 2 days last week on the 21st and 22nd had good volatility. Those are the days that you want to get in and you want to ride it up or ride it down, depending on which way it is, and take the momentum. So we had a good move up here, and then we continued good move up here to the open before it sold off for the rest of the day. So these days, even this one here, selling it to the short side, these are the days that you've got the momentum. You don't want to be holding it overnight. You don't want to be holding it long term. You don't want to be investing in companies like this, because the long-term trend on the daily is sell, sell, sell. And if you're putting money in this long term, you're just going to lose it, quite frankly. So you want to just take advantage of the good days that it has. And if they have the continuation the following day, you get out at the top of the and watch it ride it down, or sell it off and watch it down. No, look, I know how to trade, and I know this is the problem. I know what my strategy is, and I know how to trade it, and I know what I'm doing right, and I also know what I'm doing wrong. The problem is, I very often don't have the discipline to listen to my, to adhere to my own strategy. I knew yesterday, and even said, look, I'm done. As soon as I finished the trade yesterday that got me over goal, I said, look, I'm done. And then I went back in for more, got greedy, and that's my own fault. So Axum Therapeutics, that was it. So I got 10,000 up on Axum Therapeutics, and then I ended up 9,000 down on Axum Therapeutics. So it's like, I knew it going back, once you're over goal, unless the stock that you're trading is exhibiting particularly bullish, strong momentum to whichever way you've been trading it, then lock it up. Get green, stay green. Get over goal, get out. I mean, let's face it, what's the point in setting yourself a goal if you're not going to stick to it? You've hit your goal. What are you doing at any other walk of life? What do you do when you hit your goal? You have a little bit of a celebration. I mean, if you're running a marathon, think of it this way. You're running a marathon, 28 miles or 26 miles or whatever it is, 30 kilometers or whatever it is. So you're running a marathon, you practice and you train all year round, and you get on the start line, you run the marathon, you find it difficult when you hit the wall, but when you finally get to the finish line, you've hit your goal, you've achieved your goal. What do? You don't go and run another 5 kilometers. You don't go and run another 10 kilometers. You've hit your goal. You stop. You take stock and be happy with that you've achieved your goal. And I didn't do that yesterday. No, it's not about the stream getting. It's about control my greed, control your emotions. One of the biggest battles that you're ever going to have as a trader is keeping control of your own emotions and adhering to your strategy. Stick to your strategy, and very often you'll be profitable. Deviate from your strategy, that's when you lose money. I wouldn't say it's gone parabolic. It's gone up 5 cents. All relative. So yeah, it's up 50% on the day, but it's 16 cents, man. So if you want to trade something at 16 cents, fill your boots, but it's not my bag. It is, and this is a problem that you've got to get beyond. When you first start trading, it's very much like gambling, because one, you don't know what you're doing, so you get the adrenaline rush with it, and when you do well, it's you get the endorphin hit. When you do bad, you get that pit in your stomach and everything else. So you've got to get over that. You've got to trade at the right size that you're comfortable with, and you've got to trade to a strategy, and you've got to, like, okay, I've hit my max loss, I'm getting out, or okay, I've hit my profit goal on the day, I'm getting out. And it's a lot more difficult than you think it actually is. And the best traders out there are the ones that are boring. They get to goal and they finish for the day. The rest of the day is their own. They hit the max loss, they finish for the day. They come back the following day and start again. It's almost regimental in their approach to the market, and that's what you've got to aim for. Don't try and be like me, a gunslinger. And I'm being very aggressive this year for a reason. I've set myself a very ambitious goal at the start of the year. I thought that I'd have it done by now. If in a bull market, I'd be done by now. And I've been taking the whole of December off. As it stands, I'm probably going to take the last 2 weeks off, or the last week even. But trading should be boring. It's a very lucrative and rewarding career path, financially rewarding, that is, if you're doing it right. But the reason that I lost money yesterday was just pure greed. I should have left it and had 5,000 in my pocket. But I've had bigger losses, so there you go. I held on too long. Well, this is the whole point, is that get disciplined, and this is why I'm saying practice. Get disciplined. Once you get disciplined about being profitable, you've got to then build another muscle that gives you that discipline to stay profitable. Which is why I say get green, stay green. It's a mantra of mine is get green, stay green. But then it's get goal, get out. Not get goal, stay over goal. Once you've hit your goal, you've crossed the finish line. You don't go around for another lap. I mean, a victory lap's fine when you're doing 100 meters, but if you're doing a marathon, it's not. So, yeah, get green, stay green, get over goal, get out. That's the problem, Alistair. That is the problem with most traders: is they get green, they get greedy. 5 cents on a 10 cent stock is 50%. So if you can get, but the problem is, how much are you going to go in there with that? You know, to make how many shares are you going to buy of OTIC? And what's your take profit? Are you going to buy 10,000 shares of this? Really? And hope to move 5 cents? Really? Yeah, I'm seeing that hitting the scanners now. They're red. Lack of volume though. Up at $9 now. Just lacks volume. Caribou Bioscience. Caribou Bioscience announced that the FDA granted regenerative medicine advanced therapy and fast track designation to CB-010, which is a allogenic anti-CD19 CAR T cell therapy. So that's the news catalyst popping this up, but there's nobody trading it. Like 23,000 shares, 24,000 shares. Nobody. If I could probably take 5,000 shares of this, and the stock would move up. Which is why I put on my filters 25,000 shares at a minimum pre-market. 25,000 shares traded. This doesn't have it, so it won't hit my filters until somebody else makes a trade on it. Bili's moving up though. Bili broke highs. So it tried for a while around 14.15 and then it's finally broke highs. Now we'll put 14.19. Alibaba's moving up as well. Alibaba tends to be a little bit more predictable. So 850 is a key level for Alibaba, really. That's what that $half level where we've had pre-market resistance already. Yeah, that's the problem, is that you just got to wait for the entries. I'll be back in a second. I think I might put some wet wipes in the fridge. What? Alibaba and Bili moving up similar levels. Of course, big difference in price. But Alibaba had, Bili had earnings drop today, and they overachieved. Let's have a look. Let's just hit the scanners. Melco Resorts and Entertainment. No volume. Yeah, those are kind of done. Bili pulling back. So, Caribou Bioscience with its decent catalyst there, just not moved. It's not halted, by the way, so this is what we will potentially could look like when it's halted. It's not halted, it's just nobody's traded it. And that happens, the market can be like that. If the market doesn't react to a particular catalyst, it might not just do anything. What are you guys watching? Let's have a look at the market. Let's have a look at the overall market, shall we? And see what's going on with the overall market. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So we had a bit of a sell-off yesterday. It was a nasty sell-off. $400 all the way down to $395 plus change. And currently at $396.50. So that was a big sell-off overall yesterday on the wider market. It did gap up this morning, but it went red again briefly before it's now up at $396. So question for you guys: do you think the markets will be bearish or bullish today? Will we finish green or red today? We're currently green slightly. We're currently 18 base points up. Will they finish green today, or will it continue selling off? Okay, no problem, can do that. Better for you? Someone telling me that the music was a bit too loud, so I've just turned it down a bit. Is that better for you? Let me know. If the music's too loud, just tell me. Yeah, HSBC, it's again likes volume. It's a high cap stock as well. So, well, let's have a look at the crypto world, shall we? Crypto, we've got Bitcoin currently 16,400. Probably hasn't really moved much forever. Cardano is now just under 31 cents, XRP just over 39 cents, and Ethereum just over 1,200 bucks, 1208. So those are my four cryptos. And whilst I'm underwater on all of them, I'm really considering liquidating them before the end of the year, and just offset the losses. So yeah. We'll see. I thought you was in the car, Alistair. Would you ever go and do a drive, go for a long drive on a very short road? Yeah, we've got two trading days left, today and tomorrow for the month. I mean, the Nasdaq's performing better than the S&P500, but only marginally. And the Russell index is only slightly behind the Nasdaq. Well, at least the Nasdaq is not the Qs, which is representative of the Nasdaq with tech stocks. Let's have a look at Bili. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, so that pulled all the way back, 14 tens. Just lacking a follow through, like that sustention. Ah, right, okay. Is it? Let's have a quick look. Ah, yeah, it's back over the VWAP. Nice. So that's the level it needs to hold. So it broke over the VWAP. We've got this spike in volume for that break over the VWAP. But now we're getting a pullback. So it really needs to hold the VWAP. If it doesn't hold the VWAP at the kind of 330 level, it's just getting that rejection. So we're getting an increase in volume, but this is now on the sell side. Well, is it hidden sellers or is it people holding bags? Because what you're seeing is on the level 2, are only people that placed orders. What you're not seeing is people that are ready to sell. I mean, at 324, there was a big seller there then. But people are ready to sell that haven't placed orders on the system. So they're not hidden, so much hidden sellers, but they're waiting with the trigger finger ready to sell or whatever. And you're always going to get that. As it starts to move up, they might be thinking, okay, well, if it gets over the VWAP, I'm going to sell. I'm holding bags up here at $4. If it gets to 350, I'll cut my losses. And there's always going to be people like that. Madness. Just bad traders. Hey, Quarter Roll, I've not seen you here for a little while. Have you? How you doing? Hope you're well. So that's quite a big retracement from that one move. So back underneath the VWAP, it didn't hold. So now we need to break over the VWAP again. Right, okay. You're getting banned. Yeah, but there's two parts to that, Lexter. One is you're going to get buying on the time and sales that is not in line with the ask. So you're going to get people that are buying either above or below the ask and getting filled. So that'll come through on the time and sales as well. And then what you won't see on the level 2 is people that are actually placing market orders. You don't see the market orders on the level 2. You only see that on the time and sales. And if you place a market order, so if I placed a 5,000 share market order and I get filled, that's not necessarily going to come on the time and sales as a 5,000 share order, because it depends how the market makers break that up. If they've not got if I place a sell order for 5,000 shares and they've not got a 5,000 share buyer, they might break it up into 5 orders of 1,000, and you'll see 5 orders of 1,000 go through on the time and sales. Yeah, that's true. That is fairly true. But even if it's a marketable limit order, same thing applies. If I sell the ask, if I place an order and it's a limit order and it's sell the ask, it's as good as a market order. It's just a limit order, but you got the ask plus whatever window you want to put on it. So it might be sell the ask plus or sell the bid plus 10 cents or whatever. But the market makers have got to pair it up. So if I put a 5,000 sell order in there, they've got to find me somebody willing to buy 5,000 shares. Now, the ideal is for the market makers, if they've got someone wanting to buy 5,000, you're selling 5,000, they just per the two and it goes through on the time and sales of a 5,000 share order. However, if I'm selling 5,000 and there's not a buy for 5,000, they'll break it up into smaller chunks so that they can actually get me filled with multiple orders. Now, if you look at your trade log, it very often you'll see, when you're not getting filled, when you get partial fills in particular, you look at your trade log and you'll see this. If you're using TraderView, even it'll show you whatever, but your trade log on your platform will show you what you got filled at, how many actual orders went through, etc., etc. Sometimes it's all at the same price at the same time. Sometimes it's multiple different prices. We're talking, a cent here or a cent there or whatever. And if it takes you longer to get filled, of course, the times are going to be different as well. But that's essentially what's happening. If people are placing marketable orders, not necessarily a market order, but because if for pre-market, it's a marketable order. If someone's selling on the bid, that's a marketable order, and it will get filled almost instantaneously, providing there's enough liquidity to do so. What am I playing? What, the music? It's just a playlist. It's just a generic playlist. Christmas rally this year, Charlotte. We may well get a Christmas. I hope we get a nice Christmas rally. I hope we get a Christmas rally and then the market goes dead from about the 21st. And then it comes back in the new year. Why? Because I don't want to be trading while I'm on vacation. I can do. I didn't in September because where I went there wasn't a huge amount of the connectivity wasn't great. But where I'm going this time, the connectivity will be better. So I'll be tempted. I really don't want, when I'm on vacation, I don't want to be working. That's the thing though, is you go on vacation to unwind and relax. But the question is, do I want to trade whilst do I want to stream while I'm on vacation? There's another one. Let me know in the chat. Do you want me to see me streaming over Christmas from foreign shores, from sunnier climes? See that little spike in activity there just after what's that, 916 or 917 or whatever. Volume just died straight out there, and we're seeing that here with these dojis here. Just horrible action on Cosec at the moment. It's just not a reliable stock to trade. So just be careful if you're going to be trading that later after the bell. It's not reliable, so do not hold positions long waiting for it to move. Take profits, set your stops. When the bell rings, make sure you take profits, set your stops. Don't hold it long term. It will beat you up. It'll pick your pockets. United Maritime. Have a look. Is this moving up? Go on vacation, stay on vacation. Yeah, okay. Get green, stay green, go on vacation, stay on vacation. I like it. Okay, so this is, what's the float on this? 7 million float, United Maritime. They just announced the dividends at the top of the hour. That's why United Maritime's moving up. Just announced its special cash dividend of $1 per share. So if you're holding United Maritime, you get a nice $1 per share. Absolutely, Ed. Absolutely. Level 2 can be heavily manipulated. I look for it as confirmation. I don't recommend anybody trading level 2. Look, use it as for confirmation based on the rest of the information that you have at your fingertips. Don't rely on level 2. That's the problem, because it's not reliable. United Maritime. Is Bili still moving? Yeah, it's moving back up again. So high of day currently 1435. I'm just going to put that on the wrong one. That's the high of day to watch at the open. Bili. What's Pinduoduo doing? Pinduoduo selling. Very sideways, actually. If I look at it on the wider and on the higher time frame, it's just very sideways, doing nothing really. Let's see Baba as well. See if that's the same. Alibaba, exactly the same. It's a lot of these stocks, which are these Chinese stocks, moving based on the relaxing of COVID restrictions in China. They're all exhibiting a similar pattern. It's just the gap up and the sideways dot. Difficult to trade that. Yeah, well, Polestar, there's nobody trading it. It's hovering around $7, but there's nobody trading. It's only 2% up. So I want to see something exhibiting a little bit of momentum. Sold off hard yesterday, by the way. So Polestar sold off hard yesterday. So if anything, momentum is probably to the downside on the longer time frames. There's the belt. I'll change the scanners over. We'll see what the market gives us, shall we? Oh, Bili. Missed that one. Rejected at $15. Looking for the break of $15 here on Bili. There we go. Rejected hard. I'm looking for the move back up. Looking for 1510. We had 1520, so let's get 1510 on this. It's teasing me. Getting up to like 1520, 1518 or whatever, and then not taking the bid with it. Over 15. Will be good. I probably should have taken some profit at 10 on 10 cents, but look, hindsight, I'm the best trader in the world. You're on time, over $15. Come on. Briefly. Just teasing me. I don't like being teased unless it's my girlfriend doing it. Come on. Stop this shenanigans. Alibaba pulling back. Big move that first minute. I'm just holding on longer here than I should be. Would have cut this at 1480. Oh. Broke new lows on the 2 minute, which is 73, so 75, 1475 I should have cut it. As soon as it broke those pre-market highs is when I should have been in. Now I get it. Breaking them to the downside now. The Mara going green. All right, let's have a look at what's happened. Bili, Aspen. That's an acquisition though. Why is that showing up on the scanners? Yeah, it's just barcoding because it's an acquisition. You can't trade that. Can we get over $15? No. Locking a little bit more in. little bit of buying pressure at 14.90, so Bili basically moving up on earnings. I'll wait for the break of 14.90 now. So the high of 87. So yeah, 14.90 is my my watch. This is where we were in the last one. We'll break the opening range high, which currently sits at 15.22. Double topping here right now, which I'm a little bit concerned about. It needs to break the $0.25. Concerned about that double top. Needs to hold the $15 and needs to break the $0.25. So that's what I'm looking for both ways. We're in between the spreads at the minute. $0.25 a key level now. That's pretty much the double top that we're seeing on the 1 minute and the 2 minute. So watching Bili trying to make moves up. We're getting a hammer candle here on the 1 minute. Needs to hold the whole dollar. Go, web, go. Not Spider-Man. But away, web. That'd be cool if I was Spider-Man. Not got the body for Spider-Man. I'm more for Endgame 4 at that. Could probably get away with being Blob. Well, I'm looking for this to move up and break highs. It doesn't look like it's going to. So 1490, if it breaks below that, we're getting a bit of support at 1490. If it breaks below that, I'll have to get out. That's where the 9 EMA is as well, funnily enough. It is shortable. Look, 20 cents is the risk on this, but I've got quite a big position on it. Got 15,000 shares here. Yeah, so back where we started. Got that move up, and then we got this move up, and we're back where we started. Choppy. I wouldn't trade Axum Therapeutics. Who said Axum on the moment? The Raxon, it's not nice sideways. It's pretty much where it finished yesterday at the moment. Axum Therapeutics. Bio, let's have a look. Nah, there's not enough volume. Can't trade that. That's what's missing at the moment is volume. If I look at all of this, it's just this lacks the volume. City Trends, ONCS. Nah, you can't really do anything with this until it's over the VWAP. Bili, trying to make a move back up. Let's see. Can it hold $15 this time? GDS having a nice little move up at 1357s right now. 15% up on the day, GDS holdings. Not huge volume, but the move's quite nice. Look at the GDS from a relative volume point of view. It's low relative volume as well. It normally does 1.6 million. It's only done 400,000 so far, so worth bearing that in mind. Looking for a VWAP bounce here. GDS trying to break 1360 to the upside. Couple of green 5-minute candles wouldn't go amiss right now. Yeah, so GDS is looking strong there, Neville. The volume could be better, but it's not looking too bad. Right, $15 here. Come on, stop teasing me. 15.10 would be nice. Just getting a downwards trend right now. Billy, you had good sales results today. You got good earnings results. Should be flying. Going parabolic. Up at $16 by now. $95 on the ask. There we go. 96 on the ask. Let's get above $15. Come on. Yeah, absolutely, Ed. I'd probably say the same thing. I always, when I first started trading, it used to vex me. I've tried trading futures, tried trading the indices. And I was like, why is it whenever I get in, it's moving up, and then as soon as I get in, it changes direction. I'm trying to short it, and then it rallies, and it's like it was as if the market was against me specifically. Yeah, that's a common feeling when it comes to when it comes to trading. Most traders go through that phase. But I'm seeing a downwards channel here. Just draw this here so you can all see it. Kind of a downwards channel, downwards channel. Parallel channel downwards. They typically break upwards, so that's what I'm looking for right now. So if this can break $15, it can probably get 20 cents out of this upwards. Probably 15.30 maybe, 15.20, 15.30. It needs more volume. Volume seems to have died out. Where's all the Bili stands? Come on, guys. There's nearly 2 billion people in China. You should be buying up your own stock. Come on, guys. Everybody in China, buy one share. Only $15. Oh, it does matter. The larger time frames do matter. You always look for confirmation on the larger time frames. At the moment, I'm looking at the larger time frame here, and we had support at this level back in end of September. but it went up to 1680s. $17 is really the resistance level that we had earlier this month, and beginning of October, also September as well. So it'd be nice to get back up to those levels. Right now it's struggling downwards in this channel. Just need some volume now to pick up. Also, we've got a bit of a red candle on GDS. So I've got 20,000 shares in here. I mean, if you look at this on the 5 minute, it looks very flaggish. That's what I'm holding for here. Now it's breaking way lower than I want it to, below the VWAP, down at the bottom of this channel. Where's all the Bili stands? Come on, buy it. If that wasn't a stop hunt there, good job I didn't have a stop in place at the bottom of that level. That wasn't the market maker's stop hunting right there then. Don't know what was and what is. GCT making moves upwards. I think this is done. 1460 is pretty much my limit. I really don't want to be losing 15k today. And the market always goes against you when you get the greediest. That's something I've always learned. Where's the volume? There isn't any. Severe lack of volume right now. Thing is, I was in profit loads of times on this trade and didn't take it. All right, breaking lows here. Low is currently 56, so five-minute low. I should have got out at 1475, like I said. But we'll see. Is it going to move up and find resistance up at the top end of this this channel? Or is it going to finally break out to the upside? Or is it going to break down like it looks like? Rejected at the VWAP. Yeah. Well, time to look for something else. Go back to base hits. And ONCS not moving. Why is that showing up on the scanners there? It's not even moving. Yeah, the SPY's dropping like a stone. But AMD's moving up. Counter trending. Interesting. Tesla's going with the SPY, it looks like. So it's a strange old day for sure. Very choppy, guys. Don't get greedy like I just was. All right, here we go. Looking for the move back up at the highs. Just getting chasing momentum up at the highs with Novavax. Just as it starts to reverse, should have waited for the pullback. GDS 1380s. $30, 18 cents on the ATR, so should we do twice that? Next minute. Oh. Gonna take a while to recoup that 13k, I think. Not gonna do it in one trade. Well, we'll see. There's volatility today. There's quite a lot moving, just not reliably. That's the problem that I'm finding. $18, 18.20 maybe. Needs to break new highs. What are we on? We've got 4 minutes left of this 5-minute candle. Key level, whole dollar level. Always want to pay attention to those key levels. When you're trading big, you need to manage your risk accordingly. Which is what I'm not doing right now. Six cents down on the ask. Not getting the breakout that I'm expecting at $18. This is a nice flag formation when it finally breaks up, or it should do. Novavax shares are trading higher after the company announced that the WHO issued an update emergency use listing for Nuvoxovid vaccine as a primary series in adolescents and as a booster in adults. So it's got a WHO catalyst. Emergency use listing with the WHO. I'm holding this. It's a nice flag formation that typically breaks up. Come back to that second. I just want to show you Bili moving back up towards breaking out here. That's just typical, isn't it? We got out here. We got out here and it moves back up and now it's going to test $15. So that's just typical. So like you were saying, Ed. They're watching. Absolutely. Oh, Bili's at 1490s now. We should just go all in on this on the first candle that breaks a new high. It's over $15 now. Is Bili? Would you Adam and Eve it? So we're up at $18 on the ask. The SPY's moving upwards, so that might have a positive impact. So let's see. Can we get some money back? Maybe double top up here at 18, just over $18. Always a worry when you pull back and then move up and test the highs. It's always a worry that you might get a double top. So you always want it to break the high and not get stuck up there at the same resistance level. You always want it to break that resistance level. Current high of day is 1806. We got up to 1804 on that last attempt. Bili breaking highs. Typical up at 1510s. GDS going for a second attempt at the highs. 1377 right now. Alibaba on its way up. Well, let's watch this. Boring market. Come on, do something. Back up to 20,000 shares on Novavax. Bili's looking very strong right now. I'm going to be testing highs up at 1520. Just about to break highs now. Just fucking typical. Well, we're getting demonetized on YouTube for that. Up at 1530s. And I've got the Midas touch today in reverse. Let's have a look at Bili. Look at that. Once it broke out of this channel to the upside, and I told you it would break to the upside. It's broke highs. Just didn't have the cojones to stick with my resolve here. Would have been quids in. Alright, we're just watching Novavax right now. Bili pulling back from those from 1530. It's already reached the target now, so a bit late now. Would I not go back in? The problem with going back in is that my equity's tied up in Novavax right now, Ian. So yeah, I would get back in. Not right now while it's extended, but I would have got back in if I wasn't trading Novavax. And trading multiple, I've tried trading multiple tickers at the same time, and it's very difficult. So looking for the break of $18 here. Still. Way off. It's testing highs again, Bili. So I'm kind of kicking myself, a bit of FOMO kicking in right now. Do I hold this and get out for a little over break even when it moves up, or and move over to Bili as it pulls back? Probably. That's just FOMO kicking in right now. But what are you going to do? Can't trade them all. It's not Pokemon. Bili over 20% up on the day. Am I doing this right? Is it buy high, sell low? Because I'm thinking I might be doing this wrong. If I'm buying high and selling low, is that not what I should be doing? Someone let me know. Am I doing this right? Buy high, sell low. We're still having a good year. We're having a good month. We're over goal on the month. Well, we won't be after today if this carries on, but is that not how you do it, Dunkers? Buy high, sell low. I thought that's how you do it. Yeah, so Bili's moving up now. It's nice little red pullback there, doji pullback. 1530 would be a nice entry for breaking new highs up there, but we'll see. I've seen Novak's move a lot bigger than this in the past. In fact, just yesterday it moved more. Up and down. Went down to the whole $1.50 range yesterday. Nothing but selling off for the last 6 months. Yeah, McJobby, I think we're onto a winner. I'm pretty sure that's how we do it. Buy high, sell low. I knew I've been doing it wrong all year. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it correct now. This is how we do it now. Buy high, sell low. Ian, look, you've got to laugh. You've got to take the rough with this move, but you've got to laugh as well at the same time. If you don't laugh when it goes against you, then you end up crying. And quite frankly, if I start crying, it's going to ruin my image as a tough guy, you know. I can't start crying, so I've just got to laugh at it. Yeah, so Bili just broke highs again. 1534 is the new high of day, so there you go. So maybe I've chosen the wrong stock to trade. I chose the right stock to trade and didn't hold it long enough, and that's usually the case. When you see the patterns form, the technicals are usually usually reliable. And I drew the channel, and as soon as it slightly broke below channel, and the problem with drawing those trend lines is the subjective. Where my trend line is not where someone else's trend line. But the technicals were spot on with Bili. As soon as it broke out to the upside, it's breaking highs now. 1537. And I was in at what? 1493, I think it was. 20,000 shares. It's a good 50 cents out of a 10,000 up on that instead of 14,000 down across multiple trades. So, Luke, what are you going to do? Oh no, if Novak gets back up to 18, I've no doubt it's going to break it. But you're saying 1840 because you're saying I need to get 10k back. Yeah, okay, I'm with you. I need 50 cents on this move but trying to make the losses back in a single trade is foolishness. You want base hits. That's the way to go. Rejected at $0.50 on Bili. Is SoFi a bargain? Well, let me have a quick look at SoFi. Where are we at the moment? 455. I don't like the pattern very much. I wouldn't say bargain, but it's up slightly today. 10 cents on the day right now. But it's not, there's no trade there for me. Long term, no, it's a crap company, in my opinion. I wouldn't trust it long term. You just look at the balance sheet. Do your own due diligence. So if you're looking for a long-term investment, do your own due diligence. I would shy away from these penny stocks just because they're cheap. Like a couple of dollars doesn't mean it's a bargain. In fact, quite the opposite. Very often they're cheap for a reason. They're like $4, $5 for a reason. If you're going to go long term, stick to the reputable companies. The S&P 500, you'll not go wrong there. They'll go on to make all-time highs in a couple of years. Don't worry. Novak's very well may drop, but it's a nice little flag formation that we're getting here. These flat bottoms, and it's not quite a flat bottom because of the wicks here, but flat bottoms typically break downwards. Descending support into a flat, descending resistance into a flat bottom usually breaks downwards, so it's not a very bullish formation. Not like the downwards channel that we saw on Bili. Ouch. So I could just go all in right now and gamble, but not going to do that. Still got about 800k's worth of buying power, well, 760k's worth of buying power here, so. Bili pulling back now. It's back under 1530s. Got rejected at 1550. I'm annoyed with that, mate. That's annoyed me. Novavax is annoying me now as well. The spreads have widened a little bit as well. Doesn't help. Volume's dried up. $17.75 is a key level. Needs to break out of that upward, that descending resistance there. Well, is anybody else finding this extremely boring to watch? Because I'm finding it extremely boring to watch these charts going up and down. I did say at the beginning of the stream that trading should be boring, but I like to be entertained. I like it when it's a bit more exciting, just for my own entertainment, if nothing else. Axiom just ranging sideways. There's no momentum there at all. Bili moving back up again after that pullback. Now back up at 1535s. It is a slow day. DBGI making nice moves. Green on the day. Just moved up the whole dollar in the last 5 minutes. It's pulling back to that 720 green line. Needs to ideally hold the half dollar and move back up. DBGI, if you're on that. Well, I've had a good month. Couldn't last forever. Right now I'm 20k down on the day. If I realize this right now, I'm over 20k down. I'm just putting that into perspective. And a lot of people don't earn that in a bloody year. Here's me making a joke of it, like some kind of idiot. Well, I've had 20k up to the upside. I've had worse days. Not done yet though. We're not done. I'll keep the stream going until I finish this trade. I'm not going to leave you on a cliffhanger. There's no power hour stream tonight. I've got the 3 lions are on the box. So I'll be watching that. Green. I'm having the worst day I've had for a long time, Alistair. Not the worst of November, but it's. What's annoying is I drew the technicals out with Bili and it broke out, but I'd already got out for a big loss. I'll just back to Bili. I got out here because it broke these. So I drew this downwards channel, which typically breaks upwards, and I got out here as it broke this downwards channel, and then it moved up, broke it upwards like it typically does, and it's going on making new highs. That's Bili. I'd have been absolutely quids in. Ah, look, that's always the case. Always the case. A setback followed by a comeback. You can't have a comeback unless you have a setback. So we're making a bit of a double top there at 1550 up on Bili. So I missed that move. I hope someone else got some profit out of Bili when I drew that downwards channel. I hope you drew it with me and got in as it broke the upwards, as it broke the descending resistance as opposed to the descending support. Is this some kind of a sport t-shirt? Yeah, this is an England football shirt. This is the second kit. This is the red kit. England play Wales tonight in the World Cup, last game of the World Cup group stage, just to qualify for the knockout stages. So that's what I'll be watching tonight. In case you, with your name, I don't know if that was a facetious comment and sarcastic, or whether you genuinely didn't recognise an England shirt. Which broker? This broker is Capital Markets. CMEG, Capital Markets. So Bili, it's broke that $0.50 now. So double top no longer pattern is no longer a worry. It's up at 1560s. Kicking myself. Absolutely kicking myself. The only way that I won't be kicking myself is if this goes on to break $18. And then it'll be worth the wait. But realistically, 1850 would be nice. They still use. Is Nike still the supply, the kit supplier for England? I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, doing this streaming and having how many cups of tea while I'm trading is not good for my prostate. Really need to go to the bathroom. No problem. Well, Sweden, they have some common sports up there. Everybody skis and skates up there. I've known people that ski to work. I thought we might have got a breakout, but no. There's your technical analysis there. So don't tell me technical analysis. That's two in a row that this one and Bili. The downwards channel, the parallel channel that it followed, and then this one, which is the narrowing wedge, rejected at that descending resistance again. Well, good luck with that one, Klaatu. Still looking bullish to me, but good luck with that one. I hope it sells off for you. No, you're absolutely right. It won't go up forever, but if you look at Bili on the daily, it was. Look at this on the daily. You can see it was up higher than this just earlier this month. It was up higher than this early October. It was up higher than this in September. So Bili was up at like $30 not too long ago, late August, so it can go up quite a bit yet. That's just cruel for reindeers. I mean, come on. They have a hard day's work every once a year. Oh no, that's Finland, isn't it? Lapland, I'm thinking of. So now I'm between the spreads. Or I was. And you all live in igloos, apparently. Grebsy. Raxo Grebsy. Everybody in Scandinavia has a boat, a helmet with a horn on it, and they live in igloos. And they ride reindeers, apparently. It's a slow all day. What else is moving? Huadi, that's moving up. Yeah, I just saw that. It's not, again, it's not huge volume, but I don't know. Seeing that it's currently 7% up on the day for a $7 stock. That's very choppy. I don't like it. Owes me some money though. Yeah, I did say I committed to keeping the stream going until I get out of this trade. We might be here for a while yet. Absolutely gagging for the bathroom. Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way, yeah, Klaatu. I've got time to finish this trade yet then, Alistair. $0.20 down at the moment. Well, that looks like your short might be... Yeah, cheers, Alistair. Your Bili short might be paying off. It's down back at 1530s now. 1533. If you took that short position over 1550, or a 20 cent good into the good, I might actually look at that after this trade. I might actually look at seeing if I can get some money to the short side, given how extended it is today. And if the market continues to, well, the market's green at the minute. Well, like I said, I was 20k down, unrealized. It breaks 1750 again. I'm just going to get out. Yeah, Bili's looking. I mean, it's breaking. It's broke a new high there, so just be careful. I mean, that might it's pulled back. It's up at 1545, 1546 again. So do you know what? That's probably a good idea. I should get something. Well, I could have done with them yesterday. I'll tell you. Oh, my stomach was bad yesterday. Yeah, I could definitely done with those adult diapers yesterday. I'll turn it around, Novax. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a stop in place. At the $0.50. And it can hunt it. And I'll just go to the bathroom. If I've been stopped out, I'm stopped out. Did I get stopped out? No. Oh, does that mean I have to stick around for a little bit longer? A bathroom pump. Yeah, that's probably right, Alistair. It's the I had a bottle of red wine open right now. Not only would my stomach feel better, I'd be enjoying this a lot more. Where's the volatility gone? This was huge, highly volatile at the open. That lack of volatility is, I mean, Bili's now going on testing highs again. It's up at 1560s. I hope you close that that short position, Klaatu. It is like a slow. It's a huge. It's like a slow death. Absolutely. There we go. It's coming. Trying to stop me out now. It's stop hunting now. That's quick stop hunt. Didn't quite reach me, but just time yet. Double bottom on what? On this? No, there's no double bottom. This is just a narrowing wedge, which typically breaks downwards. Even if I change it to swing high versus swing high here. Oh, right. I just I've not had to go like that for a couple of hours there, Alistair. Simply, I took some of them Imodiums and stuff earlier, so I'm okay. Novak's could be a longer term hold, absolutely, but we'll see. If Novak's can break $18, it probably, there's a window there. It could get up to 1950. Yeah, so there's a window to 1860. If it can break 18, there's a 60 cents window. In which case, well, if this trade isn't finished in the next 15 minutes, I'll be locking up anyway. But where's my music gone? Somebody told me to turn it down earlier, not turn it off. Narrowing pennant. Got my stop there at 1750 anyway, so which is another 10 cents, so that's 2,000 there. So yeah, I'm risking 17.5. So that's on top of the 13 that we're down already. That's 21,000. I'm risking today. Am I going to make 40,000? No. Does that mean my risk rewards all to cock today? Yes. But that's sometimes it be like that. So let's see what happens. Do I have a ticker that's gone up multiple days, extreme high? I'm sorry. I don't understand the question, Clatty. Sorry. It's definitely going to break upwards, Alistair. Yeah. So I'm just a fat bloke on the internet. I'll listen to you. I'm holding this. I'm leaving my stop there. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. And I will close this stream down in 4 minutes anyway. Stop or no stop. So we'll see what happens. Do I ever short extreme high tickers? Yes. Oh, right. Okay. Do I ever short tickers that are extended to the high side? Yes. So looking for reversals. If it's extended and short, I've done that a couple of times in this last month actually. I think which one did we trade? Was it Barber that was extremely? We traded to the upside, and then when it looked exhausted, we traded to the downside as well. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, it got me. Okay, yeah. So that's not too bad. So 21k. Okay, well I'm done. I'll lock it up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. 10 minutes before the market opens. No, I'm joking. 90 minutes before the market opens. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Last day of the year. I've now got a drawdown because this will take us below monthly goal. So I've now got to recover the monthly goal and get back over goal on the month. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting day, guys. So come join me tomorrow. Can we get over goal on the month? We already were over goal, but we'll see. Catch you later. Enjoy the match if you're not